U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where tonight the Minnesota Vikings are getting set to take on the Green Bay Packers on Sunday Night Football.
Oh, Sunday night.
Another beauty on Sunday Night Football.
Oh, Sunday night.
And here we go.
Stand up and cheer, stomp your feet, start clapping. NBC, Sunday night about to happen. America's game, been waiting all day. The Pack and the Vikes have come to play. The game's all here, let's turn it up. It's the NFL, can't get enough. We got a battle tonight, a winner take all, ain't nothing like Sunday Night Football. It's out of control, get set, let's go. The clock's winding down, let's rock and roll. Stand up and cheer, stomp your feet, start clapping. NBC, Sunday night about to happen. The hits keep coming and the lights keep flashing. Come on, get ready for the action. Stand up and cheer, stomp your feet, start clapping. NBC, Sunday night about to happen, and the hits keep coming and the lights keep flashing. Come on, get ready for the action. Sunday night.
What a buzz in downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota tonight as U.S. Bank Stadium opens its doors to its first regular season game. And 66,000 are ready to watch Adrian Peterson and the Vikings ready to take on the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers on Sunday Night Football. Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, Michelle Tafoya. Well, the new era for the Vikings begins tonight with a new quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater was hurt in practice 3 weeks ago. He is gone for the season, so they had to go out and make a trade. And they got Sam Bradford from the Philadelphia Eagles. He gets to start tonight for a team that did not score an offensive touchdown last week, but had 2 scores on defense as the Vikings come out onto the field, kicked 4 field goals, and beat Tennessee. Now, the Green Bay Packers have been in the playoffs 7 consecutive years. Everybody expects them to make it 8. Aaron Rodgers is in his prime. He gets Jordy Nelson back. He missed all of last season with a knee injury, and this team went down to the sauna bath that was Jacksonville last week and came away with a road win over the Jaguars. So, Chris, first things first. Nice digs, huh?
This keeps getting better, doesn't it?
Well, this is where they'll play the Super Bowl following next season. It'll be on NBC. First promotion for it. What about the Green Bay Packers? What's their game plan tonight against the Vikings?
Well, I think with the return of Jordy Nelson, they're hoping that they'll also get the return of some of those big plays. They want to play fast tonight. Their feeling is the more times Aaron Rodgers touches the ball, the better chance they have of winning, even in this madhouse out here.
Well, the Minnesota Vikings, of course, everybody looking at the stadium, but all eyes will also be on Sam Bradford. What are you expecting?
Well, Sam Bradford was terrific the second half of last year with Philadelphia. The question is, how quickly will he be able to get it going with this offense? But remember, they have an excellent defense here. Of course, they have Adrian Peterson. And if they get this passing game going, believe me, this team can play with anybody.
This is one of the NFL's great rivalries. It goes all the way back to the Purple People Eaters. There they were then. Here they are now against the Green Bay Packers. Minnesota, Green Bay next on NBC.
NBC, Sunday night about to happen.
Get apps, videos, and more at itunes.com/NFL. Sunday Night Football is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. By Subway Restaurants. And by the 2017 Kia Sorento. Learn more at kia.com.
Crowds in Midtown today mean only one thing.
Everyone is ready for the next-gen iPhone.
Hold on, did you see the camera?
And so is Verizon, with the only next-gen network that lets you make the most of it. LTE Advanced delivers 50% faster peak speeds to over 450 cities coast to coast. The next-gen iPhone deserves the next-gen network. And right now, get our best offer ever, an iPhone 7 on us.
Red 97! Set! Red 97!
Did you say 97?
Yes.
You know, that reminds me of Geico's 97% customer satisfaction rating.
97%?
Helped by Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Oh yeah, baby. Geico's as fast and friendly as it gets.
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
Ready, down, put.
Thanks for not running me over.
You mean, again?
Just take it to the house.
So, can I see you again?
I'm free on Black Forest Ham Day.
There's a Subway 350 sub of the day to help you remember life's important days.
We got married in June.
On Tuna Day.
Every day a different 350 6-inch sub. Every day of the week. Every sub contains no artificial flavors. At just $3.50, it's a great sub at a great price.
Her name is Terry.
She was born on Sweet
Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day.
The 350 sub of the day. Every day of the week at Subway.
For the best Sunday Night Football social experience, go to snfallaccess.com. And throughout the game, follow SNF on Twitter for Michelle Tafoya's updates from the sidelines.
NBC Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
To honor America, please join in the singing of our national anthem, as performed this evening by multi-platinum recording artist and actress Jordan Sparks.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free? In the home of the brave.
Well, they play 2 preseason games here, but this one, the first, that counts. Always good when somebody on the crew gets a home game. That's the case with Michelle Tafoya. Michelle.
Well, Al, yeah, the expectations around here were pretty high with this Vikings team. They were young, coming off their first division title in 6 years, and ready to open this brand new building. Then came August 31st when quarterback Teddy Bridgewater went down with a season-ending knee injury. The team and the fans were stunned and devastated. But less than 72 hours later, the Vikings made a trade for Sam Bradford, a move that proved this organization is serious about winning now. So tonight, it's showtime for this franchise, and to get things started, a Viking tradition will be performed by the team's patriarch, Hall of Fame head coach Bud Grant.
And there he is. He led the team to 4 Super Bowls. The Gallahorn, the one and only, and he came out with a golf shirt when it was 6 below in their playoff game last January before the stadium opened up, and they played at the University of Minnesota field. So the crowd is ready. Everybody is stoked. Green Bay won the toss. They elected to defer, so we're going to see Sam Bradford right away. Mason Crosby to kick off. Cordero Patterson, who holds a record that will never be broken. He's one of a couple of guys to run a kickoff back 109 yards. And that's as long as it gets. He did it on a Sunday night 3 years ago. And we are underway at the brand new digs with a touchback. So coming out is Sam Bradford. He was the #1 draft choice overall in 2010. Rams picked him, played his college ball at Oklahoma, went to Philadelphia last year, had an up and down sort of season. And then, of course, the trade before this season began. Even though Sean Hill did get the start last week, Bradford did not get into the game. His numbers last year under Chip Kelly at Philadelphia. And the brand new Vikings quarterback goes to work. And of course, one of the great rewards of playing for the Vikings is you have Adrian Peterson in the backfield, and they start from the shotgun. And the first play from scrimmage in the new ballpark is a pass to Peterson, but he is run out of bounds right away by Blake Martinez, a rookie from Stanford. Let's take a look at the Viking starters.
Sam Bradford, Oklahoma.
Adrian Peterson, Palestine, Texas, OU. Zach Line, SMU.
Charles Johnson, Grand Valley State University.
Stephon Diggs, University of Maryland.
Kyle Rudolph, Notre Dame.
Matt Khalil, University of Southern California.
Alex Boone, Offensive Line Performance.
Joe Berger, Michigan Tech University.
Brandon Fusco, Slippery Rock.
Andre Smith Jr., Roll Tide.
Boone and Smith picked up in the offseason, so they're the new guys up front. 2nd down and 10, and now Peterson will get taken down after a short gain last week. He was held to 31 yards on 19 carries in the game in Nashville.
Well, you're going to have to get this guy blocked. Mike Daniels, he is the best defensive lineman the Green Bay Packers have. And to be perfectly honest, it wasn't a great day last week for this Minnesota Viking offensive line, and they're right where they do not want to be against the Green Bay Packers. They do not want to be in 3rd and long. Now Clay Matthews and company, here they come.
And Julius Peppers seeing spot duty. There's Matthews. Peppers also in the game. 3rd down and 8 from the 27-yard line. And here come the Packers, and Bradford gets it away and completes the pass to Adam Thielen for a 1st down, covered by Demarius Randall. So they convert on a 3rd down, a gain of 15.
Well, it's one of the things you get when you get the #1 player in the draft from his year. Sam Bradford, very good at throwing these comeback routes. And what that does is it helps set up some deeper throws. There's no question that Sam Bradford's arm strength is superior to Sean Hill's. And now they have a few more plays in the playbook, especially in the passing game.
From the 42-yard line. Inside handoff. Peterson led the league in rushing last season. Stopped there by Troy Guyon. And let's take a look at that Green Bay defense.
With Troy Guyon, Bradford High School Tornadoes.
Mike Daniels, Iowa. Nick Perry, USC.
Jake Ryan, Michigan.
Blake Martinez, Stanford.
Clay Matthews, USC. Demarius Randall, Arizona State.
Morgan Burnett, Georgia Tech.
Clint Dix, the University of Alabama.
Ladarius Gunner, the U.
Quentin Rollins, Miami, Ohio.
And you don't see Peppers amongst the starters, but he will play probably 30 or so snaps tonight, mainly in pass rush situations. Bradford deep downfield, and that pass is incomplete. Clay Matthews blitzing that time, putting the heat on, and it is 3rd down.
Here we go. Clay Matthews going against his former USC teammate, Matt Khalil, and that is one to be nervous about. He basically knocked Sam Bradford off, and that throw went awry.
And there is the price that Matthews pays as he comes limping off the field, getting twisted around. Rolled up on. Kyle Fackrell comes in his spot. And anytime you replace him, there is a huge drop-off. Bradford has time, slings it to the outside and too high. That time intended for Kyle Rudolph. So they work on Matthews, and let's take a look at what happened to him.
Yeah, it looked like right as he came around, LaTroy Guion, his own teammate, rolled up that right leg. And so for Sam Bradford, at least he got a couple of completions in, maybe breathing a little better right now, and turn it over to the defense.
Picked up 1 first down, and now Jeff Locke sends it skyward. And a fair catch is called for and made at the 9-yard line by Micah Hyde. And that's where Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers go to work on Sunday Night Football.
As you can see, I build the jet engines and programmers teach them to talk. So yeah, GE is digital and industrial.
So it's in digital, digital, indigenous?
Let's go with digital industrial for now.
Digital.
Yeah. Or digital industrial.
You and I. My brother and I have always been rivals. We would dream about racing each other in Monaco. And you were always by my side. We were born brothers. Competition made us friends. Wish bold in a 2017 Camry. Toyota, let's go places.
Americans don't celebrate the good enough canyon. We didn't aim to be second to the moon. Verizon doesn't settle for good enough either. So now we are introducing Verizon LTE Advanced. With 50% faster peak speeds in more than 450 cities coast to coast. So don't settle for an unlimited plan with limits. Switch now and get our best deal. 20 gigs of limitless data with 4 lines for only $160. Welcome to the Next Gen Network.
Sunday Night Football being brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. By Verizon. Welcome to Verizon LTE Advanced, the Next Gen Network. By GE, the industrial company that's also a digital company, and by U.S. Bank. So Club Purple featuring an outdoor deck, lounge seating, tableside service, celebrity chef-style kitchen at U.S. Bank Stadium. Green Bay with the ball for the first time from the 10-yard line. Rodgers surveys and throws to the outside, caught by Devontae Adams, and he loses the ball at the 14-yard line, picked up by the Vikings. Green Bay may have gotten it back. It was extracted by Eric Kendricks. Packers think they have the ball back after the Vikings looked as if they were going to get the recovery and even a potential touchdown.
It looked like Sendejo picked it up and then lost it again.
Rolling on the field is a fumble.
Randall Cobb took it from him.
Second down.
I think it was Hendricks knocking it out, and then Randall Cobb is going to come in and save the day.
Pick it up, and then Randall Cobb's going to come in and take it from him. See if his knee was down. That could be an argument if you wanted it.
On the field was a fumble, first recovered by the defense. The defense then fumbled, recovered by the offense. First and 10, Green Bay.
There's no question it ended up in the hands of Randall Cobb, but was Sendejo's knee down before.
Right now, Zimmer can, he can challenge this and contend that his knee was down and he had the ball, but the ball looked like it was coming out. So I'm sure he thought about it.
That last one, though, made it look like it was a fumble, didn't you think?
It did. So Zimmer has the option here. I'm sure he's hearing from the guys upstairs whether or not he wants to do it.
And I'm sure he would love to see more than a handful of replays on the Jumbotron instead of make some noise. There it goes, coming out. Knee down there. Boy, it would be tough to overturn what you saw on the field.
It would be.
What a great play by Randall
This is
Cobb
being
to stay
reviewed.
after that.
This is being reviewed. Zimmer doesn't have to challenge because it's being reviewed as a turnover because it was an initial turnover, and then Minnesota turned the ball over, and it's going to stand as ruled on the field. So it's first down from the 10-yard line, and they give it to Eddie Lacy, and he gets banged around as he takes it up to the 15-yard line. Green Bay wants to go fast. Little sugar huddle at the line of scrimmage. There's McCarthy. It went back to a first down because Minnesota actually had the ball for a scant second. So they had possession. So it went back to first down instead of second. So now it's second down and 5 from the 15-yard line. And Rodgers, quick throw and nearly picked off. That's Eric Kendricks, who had a 77-yard touchdown last week on a pick against Tennessee. It's 3rd and 5 as Matthews tries to walk it off along the bench.
One of the things that Aaron Rodgers talked about was the quickness and athleticism of these inside backers, that they had the ability to get back underneath. You'll see them so many times up there in that A gap as they are right now, faking the blitz up in here. But their ability to get back and make plays in the passing game, pretty uncanny.
3rd and 5. And Rodgers is going to roll and throw deep downfield and incomplete for Jordy Nelson. Covered by Trey Waynes, and so Green Bay forced to punt on their first possession.
Well, Jordy Nelson, such a big playmaker for this team in 2014. There's Trey Waynes, a second-year defensive back, who really has the hat on him tonight. Xavier Rhodes not able to play in this one, but that perfect coverage.
Jacob Shum is the new Green Bay punter. Tim Mastay had done it for several years. He was cut. And Shum's first punt of the night bounces near midfield. He takes a minor Green Bay hop down to the 47-yard line. 4 minutes into the game. No score in Minneapolis.
Want to know what makes us, us? By the time other people start doing what we've been doing, we've already moved on.
The Lexus GS 350F Sport, with better overall handling performance than the BMW 535i M Sport.
Take your time, take your time, take your time. No need to hurry. Take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. No need to hurry. No slipping, no sliding.
The Corona can always finds its beach. It's Peyton. It's Peyton on Sunday morning.
E-Man. What up, Peyton? You know I have DirecTV NFL Sunday ticket. I get every game, every Sunday, all in HD.
Yeah, I know that.
So you want to come over? I'll make nachos.
I can't right now, man. I'm playing.
Oh, yeah. All right. Pencil you in for Tuesday.
Get NFL Sunday ticket included at no extra charge. Only on DirecTV.
You know I'm projected to beat you by 40 this week.
Projections don't mean anything.
Without NFL.com fantasy football, what would friends talk about?
I got a new watch. Doesn't have any numbers, though.
How do you know what time it is?
I use my phone.
It's not too late to play. Sign up for free at NFL.com/fantasy.
Don't miss any of tonight's action with the NBC Sports app. You can watch the game anywhere, live on your laptop, tablet, and connected TVs. What a sight that is, a reflection of downtown Minneapolis, U.S. Bank Stadium. It is beautiful. We'll take you around tonight. Ziggy Wilf owns the team, bought it in 2005. Proud night for him. Pass caught by Jerick McKinnon out in the flat, and he gets buried by Joe Thomas. By the way, Matthews is back in the game, so Matthews had to come off, shook it off, and he's back in at second down.
There's Clay Matthews back playing outside linebacker this year after playing at least a year and a half or so at inside linebacker. He was a good soldier. He did it and still made the Pro Bowl and all that, but you could tell he was excited about the possibility of being a disruptor, as he put it, on the outside.
He told us last night, he said it's real simple. He said I went back to the outside where it's most relevant and impactful. Peterson is the back. Send him out into the flat, and Bradford gets enveloped and sacked. Mike Daniels, number 76. Chris talking about him. Outstanding up front. Fifth-year man out of Iowa gets the sack.
Brandon Fusco really with no chance. Watch this. This is just a straight bull rush. Going to take him right back into Sam Bradford. And Sam Bradford is going to have to figure out in a hurry. This offensive line is struggling in pass protection. They're maulers. They're run blockers. They are not really pass protectors. So he's going to have to start getting that ball out of his hand. And, of course, he doesn't have a whole lot of experience with this offense, all of a couple of weeks. So I'm sure he's still processing things out there.
And a lot of fun on a 3rd and 20. Play clock at 1. They just do get it off, and Bradford fires over the middle, and that's caught by Diggs. Stephon Diggs gets into Packer territory, but about 6 yards short of the first down. Thomas makes the tackle, gain is 16, and the second Minnesota punt forthcoming.
Well, Julius Peppers now getting a chance to go from inside. Is going to get one big shot on Sam Bradford there. Sam Bradford is holding on to that ball for maybe a second too long right now.
Blocked to send it down toward Micah Hyde, and it's blocked. It's blocked, and it will bound to a halt at the 45-yard line. Ty Montgomery, number 88 for the Packers, comes off the field with the block. Right up the middle he comes and blocks the punt.
They just have it right here. He's going to loop in behind Joe Thomas, I think that is, and find just a little seam. Well, that is a big flop of field position right there.
He had the nose down, trying to put backspin on it. Montgomery had other ideas, and now Aaron Rodgers gets it at the 48-yard line. Rodgers last year, his numbers were pretty good, as they always are, but their offense was not remotely what it was in 2014, and a lot of that, of course, was missing Jordy Nelson. Rodgers now will flip it out to Randall Cobb, and Cobb, who recovered that fumble on that first series, takes it to the 46. So Aaron's numbers, even for him, an okay year, not great. 31 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, rating is fine. Completion percentage, though, only 61%. That's his lowest as a starter in his career.
Yeah, I'm not sure anybody could have predicted quite the impact losing Jordy Nelson was going to have on this offense.
They still made it to the playoffs. They won a playoff game against Washington and then lost that overtime thriller at Arizona. Lacey goes to the outside, and then Lacey will get corralled by Steffen, number 93, up at the 44-yard line. A lot of talk about Eddie Lacey last year. You know, he was overweight. Did he lose weight? You know, we asked everybody yesterday, did he lose weight? What'd you come away thinking?
What did Mike McCarthy say? He said, I don't talk about anybody's weight, especially mine. So they weren't going to give it up. He had a couple big runs, but now here we are, 3rd and short, right where they'd like to be with a big back like Lacey.
About halfway through the first quarter. Play fake, and Rodgers, as he does so brilliantly, going deep downfield, and it is a penalty and dropped by Adams, but a flag. Terrence Newman still around, 14th year in the league. A lot of those in Dallas. Terrence Newman covering on the play, and they throw the flag in the end zone.
3rd down and 2, and McCarthy, the play caller, what are you going to do? Of course, you're going to throw it deep against the older guy back there. Watch this right here. He's going to grab him, move the hips just a little bit, and as we've seen before, those are the ones that get called. So this will be way down the field.
Pass interference, number 23, defense. 1st down at the spot of the foul.
Second oldest defensive player in the league. Only James Harrison, the Pittsburgh linebacker, is older. That's a 40-yard penalty.
The one thing that Terrence Newman typically does well is not give up big plays. He will give up a lot of throws underneath, but not those big ones. He just overreacted there. I think he had a better chance if he just let him go.
Jared Cook lines up in a fullback position in the backfield, a tight end. Lacy is the tailback from the 4. Give it to Eddie Lacy, and Lacy will thread his way about halfway to the goal line. Second down and goal from the 2-yard line.
You know, at the left guard position, Lane Taylor now takes over for longtime Pro Bowl guard Josh Sitton, who now plays with the Bears. It was stunning for a lot of us because they had, in my mind, the 2 best guards in football playing together with TJ Lang on the other side. But in fairness, Lane Taylor came out on opening day and played very, very well, and McCarthy was shocked that we were shocked.
But everybody was shocked, including Sitton. Second and goal from the 2. Play clock at 2. The fake to Lacy, and Rodgers rolling, getting chased, fires, incomplete, but another flag, and that's Terrence Newman again holding Jordy Nelson. So 2 penalties on Newman, giving them a first and goal at the 1. Referee is Walt Anderson tonight, and he will make it official here.
Prior to the pass, holding number 23 defense. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Well, Terrence Newman out here working on Jordy Nelson. Right when he started to make the move back, they considered that a hold and got it called. Last week, it was Trey Waynes, the other cornerback, that was targeted more than any corner in football. And tonight they're going after the veteran. There's Xavier Rhodes on the sideline, who is not able to play with the knee injury tonight.
Hurt himself in warm-ups last week. Second game in a row he has missed. They send Cook in motion to the outside. Hand it to Lacy, and Lacy angles his way. Well, he's going to be stopped a little bit short. Just inches shy of the goal line. Second down. Look at it from right down the line.
Nice play by Linville Joseph to get around. I don't think the ball ever touches. Remember, it just has to touch the front side of that line. I didn't think it did. Good call.
And Kendrick's right there to make sure. So it's second down and a couple of inches. Second and goal. Under 6 to play in a scoreless thus far opening quarter. Play clock at 1, and
oh boy, like last week.
Yeah, they're going to have to take a timeout. They had a problem last week. A delay, they had to take a timeout, and Rodgers blamed himself for the lack of communication. That Packer offense, let's take a look at them.
Aaron Rodgers, Butte Community College.
Eddie Lacy, Alabama.
Jordy Nelson, Kansas State.
Randall Cobb, Kentucky.
Devontae Adams, Fresno State.
Jared Cook, South Carolina.
David Bakhtiari, University of Colorado, Boulder.
Lane Taylor, Oklahoma State.
J.C. Tretter, Cornell University.
TJ Lang, Birmingham Brother Rice.
Brian Balaga, Iowa.
I think I'm going to sign Jared Cook to do some commercials.
He'd be good.
Yeah.
He'd be good. I tell you, he is a guy that is a big play threat now on this offense. Go back to Jermichael Finley and some of that role, the ability to get down the field. Of all the active tight ends in the game right now, only Gronkowski has a higher average per catch.
After the Green Bay timeout, second down and goal. This drive started at the Packer 48-yard line. Big play, of course, was the 40-yard penalty on Newman. Lacy is the running back. That's Cobb coming in motion, setting to the left. Rodgers rolling, looking, throwing, touchdown. Jordy Nelson, his second in 2 weeks. He went to Nelson 6 times last week for only 32 yards with a touchdown. There was Montgomery, whose block kick set them up at midfield. A 52-yard drive And Green Bay scores.
Everybody's thinking run, so why not? A little bootleg action, and you get the old wily veteran on the outside, Jordy Nelson, who's going to fake a block. Let me block you here on this run play, and then head on out to the flat for an easy touchdown.
Crosby for the extra point. Green Bay was the most pass-oriented team in the red zone inside the 20 last year, and they score here on a pass. Kick is good. 5:39 to go in the opening quarter on opening night at US Bank Stadium, and Green Bay on the board, 7-0.
At Lexus, what we learn on the track doesn't stay on the track. It just finds more street legal form. Experience the power and precision of the Lexus F-Sport Performance line. This is the pursuit of perfection.
I cannot believe this voice. Everything's gonna be all right.
The Voice premieres tomorrow on NBC.
Jimmy Fallon, an equal time kind of guy, and so he had Donald Trump messing with his hair last week, and he gets Hillary Clinton tomorrow on The Tonight Show. Ariana Grande, Terry Crews, also The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon this week on NBC. Down through the translucent roof here. A lot of sun during the day games here. The guys were saying you feel like you're outside. Polyurethane, high-tech roof and everything else about this place. $1.1 billion will get you a US Bank Stadium. From the 1-yard line, Cordero Patterson swinging to the outside, cutting it back up the middle. Gets taken down at the 23-yard line by Marwin Evans. 5.5 to go in the first. Minnesota with the ball.
When you're ready to buy a house, a mortgage from US Bank could help make it possible. And a dedicated financial partner will be with you every step of the way. See about pre-qualifying today. US Bank, the power of possible.
We believe that light beer shouldn't compromise on taste. And we hold true to that belief. We have to. It's tattooed on our neck. Spelled different because it's brewed different.
Buy one, take one is back at Olive Garden. Choose one delicious entree at our place and another for yours. Starting at $12.99. May all your tomorrows be as delicious as today. Olive Garden.
Upgrade season's here. I got my new iPhone 7 from Sprint. $0.
Sprint? I'm hearing good things about the network.
All the networks are great now. We're talking within a 1% difference in reliability of each other. And Sprint saves you 50% on most current national carrier rates. Ooh. If you got 1% more haircut than me today, would you really pay twice as much?
No, I wouldn't.
Copy that.
Switch to Sprint. Get the iPhone 7 for $0 with eligible trade-in. Plus, save 50% off most current national carrier rates.
Watch me when you look my way.
Everything's gonna be all right.
Yeah. See me smiling.
I'm your biological son. You left me at a fire station, and I turned out pretty all right.
This Is Us premieres Tuesday after The Voice on NBC.
Sam Bradford on the bench last week. Sean Hill ran the team. Timeline, first overall selection out of Oklahoma by the Rams in 2010. So 5 years there, injury plagued along the way. Then he gets traded to Philadelphia. He loved playing for Chip Kelly. And he's one of only 4 quarterbacks who were the first overall pick to play for 3 different teams before turning 30. David Carr, Jeff George, and George Shaw filled out that quartet. So Sam takes over at the 23-yard line. And the fake toss, and then Peterson, and he can't get on track. He gets tackled at the line of scrimmage, and Mike Daniels is right there.
Yeah, but for Sam Bradford, how many different places is this guy going to land? You know, he was finally happy in Philadelphia. He was playing well at the end of the year. And he gets that text at 8 a.m. from Coach Peterson basically saying, hey, we need to talk. And he figured they were going to make a move of some kinds and just wanted to give him a heads up. They made a move, all right. They moved him right to Minnesota. Sent a private plane. He was here at 8 o'clock in the morning and practicing later that day.
2nd and 11, and the pass is caught on the outside. And Stiggs breaking 2 tackles before he is finally run out of bounds, picking up the first down on a 2nd and 11. Leading receiver last year for the team, Diggs, for the 15-yard gain.
No question about it that Stephon Diggs has become the go-to guy on this football team. They said it didn't take Sam Bradford long to figure it out. Look at these moves. It's going against their best corner and Demarius Randall. That's the kind of help Sam Bradford is going to need, not just from these receivers, but especially up front on this offensive line.
Yeah, Diggs had a good rookie year. He was a 5th-round draft choice out of Maryland last season. 4:20 to go. Bradford stepping up in the pocket, fires over the middle. Good coverage that time and incomplete. Burnett is right there covering the tight end Kyle Rudolph, who was the Pro Bowl MVP 3 years ago. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it looked like Kyle Rudolph was going to get open on the first guy. Makes a nice move on Clinton Dix, and Morgan Burnett's going to come up and strip the ball away. But that was a well-thrown ball. You just wonder now, Morgan Burnett, a guy that really has taken over the leadership role in this secondary, and Clinton Dix, and that combination has been very, very good on the back end for Green Bay.
2nd and 10. And again, a fake toss. And well, the rushing leader keeps running into big number 76, Mike Daniels. So after 31 yards on 19 carries, Peterson tonight has 4 carries for 1 net yard.
Watch him jump out and then jump back in. One thing Mike Daniels knows about playing against Adrian Peterson is so many times where he starts is not where he ends up. So that time, Mike Daniels just sat there and waited, and Adrian came to him.
So on 3rd and 10, they bring Matt Asiata, number 44, into the game in the backfield. And you got all kinds of action up front. Matt Khalil, number 75, jumping, and Dayton Jones coming across the line, and Walt Anderson to make the call.
Ball start, number 75, offense. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Yeah, they made so many moves up front to try and improve this offensive line. Alex Boone coming over from the 49ers, Andre Smith coming over from the Bengals, and they think they're going to be better pass protectors. But the most important thing when you got Adrian Peterson in the backfield, you got to be better run blocking, because it didn't happen on opening weekend, and it has not happened so far here tonight.
Pretty amazing. You take 40% of the offensive line and change it, and the guy won the rushing title last year. And Bradford will slip it off to Asiata, and he takes the ball up to the 44-yard line, but short of the first down, and that punting group will come in for the 3rd time. Of course, the last kick was blocked.
Well, and the biggest play of the game so far is Randall Cobb stealing that ball away from Andrew Sendeo. I mean, that's the kind of breaks they're going to need. And Norv Turner, he knows he's going to have to be patient with this running game. He said, but it is hard when you run it up in there and you don't gain anything. I want to keep giving Peterson a chance, but so far, no go.
Now locked to punt. Micah Hyde back deep. Very high kick. Fair catch called for. and made at the 11-yard line. 2.5 to go in the quarter. Green Bay 7, Minnesota nothing.
When it comes to health care, seconds can mean the difference between life and death.
For Partners in Health, time is life. We have 18,000 people around the world. The Microsoft Cloud helps our entire staff stay connected and work together in real time to help those that need it.
The ability to collaborate changes how we work. What we do together changes how we live.
We're family. We'd do anything for each other. But this time, those bonds were definitely tested.
Frog leg for my baby brother.
Don't frogs have, like, 2 legs? So they should have 2 of these? Since I'm active duty and she's family, I was able to set my sister up with a sweet membership from Navy Federal. If you hold it closer, it looks bigger.
Eat your food.
My big sis likes to make tiny food, and I'm okay with that.
Open to the armed forces, the DoD, and their families. Navy Federal Credit Union.
You're taking an enormous risk speaking with us, so thank you.
Of course.
What was the key to toppling this notorious crime ring?
By keeping my identity a secret, I was able to witness the atrocities firsthand. I've been undercover for 5 years. Anonymity is critical to my survival.
Want to get away? Now you can with Southwest fares as low as $59 one way. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
Wednesday,
We need to keep chasing these tattoos.
Blind Spot moves to its new time, 8/7 Central.
What if Jane's tattoo is a trap?
Thousands of lives hang in the balance.
New Blind Spot, Wednesday, 8/7 Central on NBC.
Aaron Rodgers, a lot of success through the years against the Minnesota Vikings. You go back to 2008 when he became a starter through 14. And he was fantastic against the Vikings. 31 TDs, only 4 interceptions. But Mike Zimmer came in and he's been, well, I wouldn't say held him in check, but those numbers don't look like the first few seasons. So Aaron Rodgers facing Mike Zimmer, who of course came in with a defensive pedigree and took a team that was last in scoring defense when he took over and got him to 5th in his second year. Mike McCarthy, hard to believe, already 11 years as the Green Bay head coach. Begin this drive with James Starks in the backfield. Lacey on the bench for the moment. And Rodgers flips it to the outside, and Nelson is going to stay in bounds for another yard or so, covered there by Terrence Newman.
Yeah, Terrence Newman gave up the deep ball. Now he's going back to form a little bit. It's going to give a little bit bigger cushion. So Aaron Rodgers is going to take advantage of that. It's interesting, isn't it, with Mike McCarthy back calling the plays. He said the one thing I didn't know was I thought I'd be more of a game manager by not calling the plays, but the only way you can manage the game is by controlling the tempo, and he's back to doing that now.
Yeah, he gave it up to Tom Clements for a while last year, even though they were undefeated, and then took it back. 2nd down and 4, and the pass is caught up at the 23-yard line by Cobb, covered there by Sendeo, and that will move the Sticks. 1st down.
Great matchup on the outside here. Everson Griffin going against David Bakhtiari, who just signed a 4-year, $51 million contract for a big guy. Bakhtiari really has pretty amazing feet. The ability to dance in front of a quick pass rusher like that. We'll watch that matchup all night.
1.5 minutes to go in the opening frame. This time out of the pistol. And he gives it to Starks, the old workhorse. Out to the 25, James Starks, so valuable through the years to this team. Never really been the primary back. 7th year out of Buffalo. Great in the Super Bowl, great in postseason. And what a guy to have as your number 2 back.
Yeah, and one thing we learned last year, there were only 4 teams that had 2 backs over 600 yards. And of course, the Green Bay Packers, one of them with Lacey and Starks, but all 4 of those teams made the playoffs.
Final minute of the quarter. 2nd down and 7. Rodgers changing the play despite the din. And fires deep downfield and incomplete. Intended there for Devontae Adams, covered by Trey Waynes, making it 3rd down and 7.
On the outside, Trey Waynes, who got quite a bit of work. Boy, that was some move by Devontae Adams to get off the line of scrimmage, but he got a lot of work in preseason, and I think it's paying off for him. Here's Bakhtiari with that matchup against Griffin. Tom Johnson got a little pop that time on Aaron Rodgers, but he's been pretty clean back there with the protection.
With the crowd roaring on 3rd and 7, Rodgers pressured, spun around, loses the ball. The ball is loose. Eric Kendricks was there. Walt Anderson coming right in to see who's got it. And it looked like Hunter came in as well. And Green Bay able to retain possession.
Right here, you're going to see, I think, just a spy where he's going to make sure Aaron Rodgers doesn't run. All of a sudden he sees an opening. What the heck? Let me go get this guy. Spins him around. Rodgers about to escape. And then Danielle Hunter came up and got the ball out. And so far, the Vikings not a lot of luck on those balls that have been on the ground.
2 fumbles deep in Packer territory, both recovered by Green Bay. Shum's kick. Fairly short, and fair caught at the 47-yard line, and that will take us to the end of the first quarter. With the score, Green Bay 7, Minnesota nothing, and Sunday Night Football continues after these messages.
Is that iced tea?
Nope, it's lemonade.
Is that iced tea?
Lemonade.
Iced tea?
What's with these people, man? Lemonade. Read the sign. Lemonade. Read it.
Okay.
Delicious.
Iced tea at a lemonade stand? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Marin saved by switching to Geico.
Iced tea. It's lemonade, man.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Crowds in Midtown today mean only one thing.
Everyone is ready for the next-gen iPhone. And so is Verizon, with the only next-gen network that lets you make the most of it. LTE Advanced delivers 50% faster peak speeds to over 450 cities coast to coast. The next-gen iPhone deserves the next-gen network. And right now, get our best offer ever, an iPhone 7 on us.
Oh. Wings?
Hot wings, cooked fresh in our deli. $5.98 per pound. Save money, live better. Walmart.
Eleanor is dead.
You're in the good place.
This rules.
But in this perfect world,
Let me get more of them shrimpy.
she's an imperfect girl.
Did you fill your bra with shrimp?
Yes.
The Good Place special premiere tomorrow on NBC.
Tonight's aerial coverage being brought to you by Geico. Al Michaels with Chris Collinsworth, Michelle Tafoya, Minneapolis. Regular season opener, this beautiful facility. The Vikings have had the ball for 13 drives, no touchdowns, and only 17 first downs. And Peterson yet to get on track. They take over at the 46-yard line. And Peterson is going to get stuffed again by Guyon. A lot of ways to win a game, and Minnesota did it last week without a touchdown. The Rams are 1-1 without a touchdown in 2 games because they beat Seattle today 9-3. But Minnesota's not going to win this game if they don't score some touchdowns.
Yeah, they're on pace not to score with the way they're blocking up front right now. I mean, really, you just have to say it exactly the way that it is here. The Green Bay Packers have dominated this game with their defensive line. They don't even have Mike Daniels in there now, and they're still giving them a loss of 3 here on first down.
And Peterson with 5 carries for -3. Bradford fires down the left side and hits his tight end Kyle Rudolph for a first down at the Green Bay 39-yard line. Ladarius Gunter covering on the play.
Beautiful throw. Watch this. Only a 3-man rush, so he's got time. Watch him drop this one in the bucket. Up over the top of Micah Hyde and right down before Gunter could get there. We were watching him in practice the other day, and he just does that so well. That is a major tool for him.
19-yard gain. Again, the Packers playing without Sam Shields. with a concussion. He is inactive, and that pass is caught on the outside by Adam Thielen, who had a great night when Minnesota won the division crown at Lambeau Field in Week 17 last year. First down here.
Nice throw by Sam Bradford, but Adrian Peterson here is going to end up with the blitz pickup. Here comes Blake Martinez, the rookie, and he stones him and allows Bradford to get just a little bit comfortable.
Now Sam going deep downfield, and there's contact, and the crowd wants a flag, and they don't get one as Adam Thielen and Quentin Rollins doing a little hand fighting. Incomplete, second down.
It's a veteran move there by Quentin Rollins. He didn't hit him, but watch when he turns, and he's in a little bit of trouble here, and he's just going to run his body into Thielen. Now that can be called a foul. The officials here let it go, I think in part because Thielen was running on that angle, don't you, Al?
Absolutely. So they've been going Thielen's way twice tonight for 27 yards. Don't connect there, but we mentioned he had 2 big plays last year in the season closer at Lambeau, and then Rudolph doesn't turn around in time, and that is incomplete. And that will make it third down.
Well, that one hurt too, because they had a little something set up. They're going to have their big tight end Kyle Rudolph out there in the flat against Micah Hyde with a chance, and they just mistimed it. You know, these are the sort of things you just can't practice. You got to give Bradford credit. He's getting the ball out of his hand, but it just, Rudolph never saw it.
Matthews and Daniels both in for Green Bay now. Early in the second quarter, Bradford surveys. He has Asiata in the backfield with him.
Matthews right there now. Keep an eye on him.
Here he comes. And Bradford gets it away, and it's caught, but the ball is dropped and then recovered by Thielen. So he's caught 3 tonight, but that was Ladarius Gunter who gets in there, gets a hand in there, and now you've got a 4th down and very short.
Let's see, make sure he had control of this ball 2 feet down and then do something as a runner. 1-2, does something, tuck it away. That was indeed a fumble.
A lot of offensive recoveries tonight, 2 for Green Bay. And now 1 for Minnesota, so it's 4th down. They leave the offense in.
4th and a yard and a half. I think I'd throw it. I haven't seen anything makes me believe I can run it for the first down.
But he has Peterson flanking him. He sends Diggs with 2 others to the left side. Looks over the middle and throws, and that is caught by Diggs at the 14. First down. Got position on Randall. Blitzed by Matthews. Bradford got it away.
One of the tough things when you get a guy that comes across in motion is this guy has to stop and come back underneath. Nice job that time by Diggs, just given a good enough target there. A little quick move right at the top and just before Clay Matthews got there.
Bradford 10 of 15 for 98 yards. And then you got a whistle before the snap. Looked like there was maybe illegal motion. Andre Smith for a false start. Bradford checking on his
number
left
71,
hand.
Offense, 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Right tackle Smith.
No question about it. And it is one of the things, let's face it, Sam Bradford's been their quarterback all of a week. So we've seen a couple of times they've jumped off sides. Look like he's massaging that left thumb. Not the end of the world, but probably not too comfortable either.
Makes it first down and 15. And again, you got action up front. This time it might have been Fusco, the right guard. Yep.
False start, number 63, offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So Smith and Fusco have turned a 1st and 10 into a 1st and 20.
Well, and Sam Bradford's doing the right thing. He tried to get that 5 yards back. You could hear the hard count that time. And so now they're exactly where they cannot be. This mauling group of offensive linemen are going to be forced to sit back. But Sam Bradford's been around. He'll probably have some sort of a short completion here and try and get a piece of it back.
So that graphic, 5.5 penalties last year per game. Best in the league tonight, already 5. And now Peterson trying to find some space. Gets tackled out of bounds at the 18-yard line by Clinton Dix. Second down and 14 after a gain of 6.
Well, that Clinton Dix has become a player, hasn't he? Leading tackler in 2015 for this team. Only allowed 1 touchdown into his zone a season ago. And really has become pretty dynamic with Clay Matthews on the outside. A lot of times you'll see Clay Matthews do something a little strange, and it's Clinton Dix who comes in and fills the gap for him.
Dix, number 1 pick of the Packers in 2014. Bradford stays in the pocket, throws. That's Diggs again, and he'll take it to the 7-yard line, setting up a 3rd down at about 3. Martinez and Rollins in on the tackle.
I tell you what I like about this. They're going the spread formation now, and so what's happening is now you're starting to isolate those young linebackers inside. Going to get Diggs down there, but watch him. He's between Jake Ryan and Blake Martinez, 2 very young guys on the inside of the field, and there is an opportunity for him to complete some passes in there.
3rd down and 4 from the 8. Bradford to the end zone. Rudolph, touchdown Vikings. The tight end working on the strong safety Morgan Burnett, and so the first touchdown in the history of U.S. Bank Stadium belongs to Kyle Rudolph.
There he is, right there, just going to run out here to the corner. Nicely done. The Pro Bowl MVP back in 2012.
I think 13. I think.
Beautifully done. And for Sam Bradford to come back from that 1st down and 20 and score a touchdown, he did it just as a veteran would. Pick up a couple at a time and then throw for the touchdown.
So that's the first Viking touchdown in the building. Jordy Nelson will go into the record books as the first to score a touchdown here. And now Blair Walsh for the extra point. He missed one last week and 2 field goals, but he made 4 field goals, and this one is good. Nice drive, overcoming that 1st and 20, and the Minnesota Vikings get their first touchdown of the season to tie the game at 7.
Heart rate 156.
Thanks for not running me over.
You mean again?
Just take it to the house.
Yeah, hard work and dedication, but that's not enough. I mean, look at this cookie cutter copy and paste blah. Where is something new, something different? There. Come on, you freaks. Unleash your creativity. Free your imagination. Shock the world. Be the next. Make your own luck. Do something different. Make this guy steal your look. Create something. Why are you even here? Sport needs you.
With full game replays, you can replay entire games, which gives you more football. Start your free trial at NFL.com/Game Pass.
Thursday Night Football on CBS, the NFL Network, and streaming on Twitter. The Texans 2-0 and the Patriots 2-0, but without Garoppolo. Jacoby Brissett took over today. Brady, of course, suspended for 2 more games. That's the Thursday night game. You saw Chris Carter, the display there inside the Viking Museum here inside the stadium as the kickoff is down to the end zone by Ty Montgomery. So 10:14 to go in the half, 7-7.
The 2017 Kia Sorento monitors your driving environment with available intelligent features like a lane departure warning system, advanced smart cruise control, and blind spot detection. Not to mention it was named a 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus, so it helps protect you in more ways than one. The 2017 Kia Sorento.
We didn't just break the mold. We made it. And we spelled it L-I-T-E. Because when you invent light beer, you get to spell it however you want. Spelled different because it's brewed different.
Over 100 million saw the trailer. People and critics alike can't stop talking about it. It's the show you've been waiting for. And this Tuesday, the wait is over.
This is the biggest moment of your life.
This Is Us premieres Tuesday after The Voice on NBC.
We have some drama here. You saw Bradford looking at that left hand. He did throw the touchdown pass. Here's how it happened, but he's back in the locker room right now.
Yeah, Clay Matthews going to drive his hand right back into his own body, and you can see him looking at the outside of that hand, and it's a little distorted looking. Can you see all that right there? And that's what they're probably looking at back in the locker room.
Sure, Michelle will be on top of that. Sean Hill, who was the starter last week, is the backup quarterback. Right now the Packers begin this drive from the 25-yard line. Lacey looks for room on the outside. Finds very little, picks up 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Let's go to Michelle.
Well, Sam Bradford has actually now gone back to the x-ray room with head athletic trainer Eric Sugarman, again to look at that left hand, Al, that non-throwing hand, as you pointed out.
All right, thank you, Michelle. There's only one other quarterback, and there he is, Sean Hill on the sideline. Another look at Bradford's hand.
There you go. Sean Hill played pretty well last week. Didn't turn it over. Didn't score any touchdowns, but didn't make any big mistakes either.
From the 27, here's Lacey. Up to the 31 goes Eddie. And Bradford now coming back in, so a big sigh of relief among the 66,000 fans, at least those who saw Sam go back to the locker room as he comes back to the sideline.
Now, do you think they could actually see what the x-ray is by now, or did they just take it and we'll tell you at halftime kind of thing?
High tech, baby. I don't know.
Maybe so.
Instantaneous.
We're in this stadium. I'm sure they've got some new technology here.
3rd and 4. Randall Cobb flanking Rodgers. And Rodgers dancing away as he does so brilliantly, and then just slings it away. Nobody was open, so Aaron throws it out of bounds. Everson Griffin put the heat on that time, and it's 4th down for the Packers.
Yeah, you can see David Bakhtiari right here. Aaron Rodgers felt this pressure from Everson Griffin, but he really didn't have to bail out of it. Of course, if you're a Packers fan, you don't mind when he bails out because he does so many great things, but that time didn't get it done.
Jacob Shum ready for his 3rd punt of the night. First 2 have gone 42 and 38. This one is angled toward the far side, and it's a short kick that bounds out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Chuck Foreman on the right. Viking legends here tonight in force.
It's Peyton. It's Peyton on Sunday morning.
You like football? Yeah. It's DirecTV NFL Sunday Ticket. I can watch every Sunday Ticket game live on any device.
I'm retired. I just sit here watching nothing. If I were you, I'd work as long as you can, son. Work as long as you can.
Thanks.
Get NFL Sunday Ticket only on DirecTV and watch live games anywhere.
Ready, down, put.
Outplayed Tecmo metal version.
Wendy set out to improve their grilled chicken sandwich. But you know, sometimes a little project turns into a big one. Marinating the chicken to be juicier and more tender led to overhauling the bun with 7 grains. Adding a fresh coat of honey mustard and
a pop of color?
that's where the new spring greens and tomato come in. And if you think the new grilled chicken sandwich looks better than ever,
this is your new grilled chicken sandwich.
wait until you taste the delicious difference. And for a limited time, get the combo for just $5.
Speaking of Teddy Bridgewater, let's go to Michelle Tafoya.
Yeah, well, Bridgewater's season ended when during a non-contact drill in practice, he tore the ACL in his left knee, that's that major ligament, then dislocated that knee, meaning that the femur or thigh bone moved out of alignment with the tibia in the shin. The Vikings confirmed that multiple ligaments were repaired, but only revealed the ACL and the dislocation. He's been rehabbing regularly and is able to move that knee at 90 degrees already, Al.
All right, thank you, Michelle. There's Rick Spielman who made the trade. And you know, Chris, when you think about the Bradford trade, you know, look, we hope Bridgewater comes back. Meanwhile, Adrian Peterson flanks wide to the right on first down. And he takes the snap and gets up to the 38-yard line. But, you know, you're talking about Bradford. We hope Teddy comes back. You don't know next year or whenever. Bradford could be, you know, the long-term answer too here.
All I can say is I would have made the deal. You get a chance to get the first overall pick, who had a terrific second half of last year. He's never really been able to settle into one system, always changing coordinators. And for Spielman, it was, I thought, a pretty easy choice, because until you get a quarterback, you don't have a chance to win that Lombardi Trophy. I don't think. I would have pulled the trigger in a heartbeat.
And he did. First rounder next year and a fourth rounder in 2 years, and Bradford retreats, and it's juggled and incomplete. That's Jake Ryan, the inside linebacker, covering the tight end Kyle Rudolph, and it's 3rd down and 6.
It's kind of interesting. Jake Ryan, now one of the veteran linebackers on this team, he struggled in that game we did out in Arizona trying to cover some of their backs coming out of the backfield, but so far tonight he's done a pretty nice job in there.
Ryan and Blake Martinez, the rookie out of Stanford. They gave Martinez the speaker in the helmet in his rookie season. 3rd down and 6. And Seattle, the 3rd down back, comes in. Bring in Ellison for extra protection in the backfield. And Bradford looks at the alignment, and he saw that play clock running all the way down. That takes Minnesota's first time out halfway through the second quarter.
I'll tell you, it's been a rough go so far for this Minnesota offensive line. Adrian Peterson, 5 rushes for -3 yards. It has been all Sam Bradford tonight, and but for him, this offense would have nothing going. Really, on the other side, Aaron Rodgers hasn't gotten a lot going either. 5 for 9 for 22 yards. They're only played the long pass interference call against Terrence Newman. So this has been a game dominated by defense so far.
You updated some numbers. That 1 rushing yard for the Vikings and 111 through the air, 1 turnover. It came on the same play where it was recovered and then fumbled again and then recovered by Green Bay. And now Minnesota has the ball, 3rd down and 6 at the 38-yard line. Here come the Packers, and getting around the shirt and then knocking him down. The sack there, Nick Perry and Julius Peppers were there, combining for the sack. So on a 3rd and 6, they blitz. It's an 8-yard loss, and it's 4th and 14.
Well, here comes Perry this time, going around his former teammate out there, or at least former USC Trojan. Gets just enough of the jersey of Bradford. It's tough. Bradford's really doing all he can, but they just cannot hold up either running the football or in pass protection.
They're going to give Peppers full credit for that sack. Certainly Perry deserves an assist on the play. And Locke's punt, fair catch called for, made at the 24 by Micah Hyde. With less than 7 to go in the half. 7-7 in Minneapolis.
Crowds in Midtown today mean only one thing.
Everyone is ready for the next-gen iPhone. And so is Verizon, with the only next-gen network that lets you make the most of it. LTE Advanced delivers 50% faster peak speeds to over 450 cities coast to coast. The next-gen iPhone deserves the next-gen network. And right now, get our best offer ever, an iPhone 7 on us.
Where you headed today?
Deepwater Horizon.
Why has this well been so hard?
A lot of pressure. We 50 days late, and the hole ain't drilled.
This is the well from hell.
Are you seeing this?
Is everything okay?
Everybody up!
Mayday, Mayday, this is Deepwater Horizon.
Deepwater Horizon has exploded and is on fire.
We got a satellite image of the scene.
Oh, my God.
My husband is on the Deepwater Horizon.
I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
We're not gonna die. Trust me.
Deepwater Horizon, rated PG-13, September 30th.
Let's go. I think it's time I got my turn. Gonna roam wherever I roam. They wonder
one smart choice leads to the next.
That's just how I roll. I'm gonna go my way.
The new 2017 Ford Fusion is here. It's the beauty of a well-made choice.
It's gonna be a big wide blue sky, sunshine, happy day.
Thursday.
Please disperse.
Superstore goes on strike.
You've been warned.
No, okay. Oh, come on.
That looks refreshing.
Why isn't there a setting that hurts people?
Superstore premieres Thursday, 8/7 Central on NBC.
Beginning of quite the fortnight in the Twin Cities. You open up the stadium tonight, and in 2 weeks, the Ryder Cup to be played at Hazeltine. European team is set. U.S. will add a final player for the Tour Championship September 30th through October 2nd on Golf Channel and NBC. And that is where they will play the Ryder Cup in a couple of weeks.
One of the great sporting events, regardless of which sports you like.
From the 24-yard line. Rodgers beginning this drive with a throw to the outside, a little high for Jordy Nelson, covered by Trey Wayne, second down.
Well, you're in a new stadium, and you've got to try to hear the snap count. Watch these two tackles on the outside. Brian Balaga and David Bakhtiari, they've got to look in at the ball in order to see it. But imagine how tough it is to go from looking at the ball to swinging your head all the way out and then seeing Everson Griffin, one of the better pass rushers in the league, coming at you. Very difficult process. Talk about the advantage of playing at home or on the road. You get a pretty good feel for it there.
2nd and 10. Rodgers has him spread out. And a little flip to Cobb. And Cobb spinning and dancing his way up to the 31-yard line before he's tackled by Harrison Smith. He's a guy who can do so many things. He very often lines up in the backfield. Of course, he's a very fine receiver, and they really missed him in that Arizona playoff game last year when he got hurt, spitting up blood, and they had to finish the game without him.
And it's part of the reason they didn't go for two at the end of the game after the Hail Mary, because they had all their two-point plays revolved around him.
That was after the Hail Mary to Janis. Arizona won the toss after the coin didn't flip, and Larry Fitzgerald took care of the rest of the game. Green Bay never saw the ball. 3rd and 3, and that pass is caught by Nelson with a flag down, and Nelson is able to take the ball into Viking territory, and we'll see about the call.
Offside, number 97, defense, lined up in the neutral zone. That penalty is declined. First down.
That's a 21-yard gain after the call against Griffin.
Trey Wayne's going to be right there. See Jordy Nelson coming off the ball, just missed it. He had that happen to him a few times last time, but Jordy Nelson and Aaron Rodgers a little sharper tonight, aren't they, Al, than what we saw a week ago? They were a little uncomfortable in the first quarter. Jordy didn't even play in the preseason, but About halftime, you could see some of that chemistry coming back.
And they were all gassed down there because it was about 137 degrees in Jacksonville. Never felt that way. And they give it to Randall Cobb coming out of the backfield for a short gain to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, I remember Randall Cobb playing at the University of Kentucky. He did everything. He was the quarterback down there for a long time. He was running back. He played receiver, returned punts, returned kickoffs. And they decided they'd like to have a whole bunch of that here. He did not come up with the big plays, though, a season ago that maybe he did in 2014 with Jordy Nelson opposite of him. And we really have yet to see those big plays emerge from this offense this season.
Yeah, with Nelson gone, he drew the primary attention from the defense. 2nd down and 9 from the 47-yard line. And Rodgers has to take a timeout.
Bridgestone engineers are helping All-Pro receiver Larry Fitzgerald go long.
I don't need help going long.
Bridgestone's Dual Lenza Plus is our longest-lasting SUV and truck tire. It's engineered to go 80,000 miles.
Huh?
It's over 14 million first downs.
Oh, dang. I love anything that goes long. Long hair, long passes, long careers.
Long division.
Long dogs.
We're going to do this for 80,000 miles?
You can walk if you like.
I don't want to walk, Larry.
You don't have to.
Yes.
Long hugs, long weekends.
Rodgers stymied by that Minnesota defense thus far. 7 of 12. You don't see that very often from him. 50 yards. That's a little over 4 per pass. Of course, Mike Zimmer has worked wonders with this Minnesota defense. Now in his 3rd year at the helm. Longtime assistant, Dallas and Cincinnati, and finally got the opportunity here 3 seasons ago.
No doubt about it. Mike Zimmer should have been a head coach a lot sooner than what he was. He's done a job here.
So 2nd down and 9 after the timeout. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Play action. It buys time. Sliding and looking. And the secondary does its job. Nobody open. And that'll make it 3rd down and 9.
Got to give credit to Trey Waynes there. Jordy Nelson, they were looking for this big play that had been missing. Here he is right up here. But Trey Waynes stuck with him the entire way. And you could tell that Aaron Rodgers wanted to go there, just didn't feel comfortable and threw it away. Trey Waynes had a nice game. If he can just make some plays on the ball when he's in the right position now, he would have a chance for some great plays.
Now taking the place of the injured Xavier Rhodes as Green Bay comes up on a 3rd and 9. When they back off defensively, get rearranged. Rodgers down to 1 as he gets it snapped. Pressure coming, and he gets it over the middle, and it's incomplete. That was intended for Randall Cobb. So the Vikings giving the Green Bay offense all sorts of trouble tonight. 4th down.
Yeah, this was really well done by the defense right here. They're going to make all kinds of shifts and changes. Aaron Rodgers, with the play clock ticking down, made a late audible, and they just never quite got on the same page. So that time, a defensive audible really won the day.
It's Marcus Sherrills back to accept the kick from the foot of Shum, who has kicked 3 times tonight, averaging 38 yards. Put some backspin on it, and the fair catch is called for and made at the 12-yard line. 8 yards per game, but tonight Adrian Peterson has 6 carries for net 1 yard.
Yeah, not a good night for Mike McCarthy's son. His son George picked Adrian Peterson on his fantasy team. Said there's a bit of a family feud over that. George refused to sit Adrian, but so far the Packers defense, they sat him.
And when you're 13, you can do anything you want, right? And here goes Peterson, and picks up a couple of fantasy points to the 19. Here's a guy, of course, who has had a spectacular career, has missed almost 2 full seasons, one because of a knee injury, one because of a suspension 2 years ago. Came back, he's 31 years old. He won the rushing title last season, as we said before, 7 times to the Pro Bowl, MVP in 2012. To win a rushing title against a line that gets restructured is really something.
Yeah, remember Sam Bradford talking about working out with him at Oklahoma. He said people would come from miles around just to watch his workout. He said it wasn't human.
And Peterson taking the hand off from his 13th different quarterback and tries to stretch for a first down. A little very close right there. Matthews makes the tackle. Anderson ready to spot the ball and appears to be a little bit short of the first down. So signaled by Anderson. 13 different quarterbacks has Adrian Peterson gotten the ball from in his 10 years in the league. And then you look at Green Bay on the other side, and it's been, Favre and Rodgers, except for a couple of stray games.
They love double teaming these defensive tackles inside and playing power football. Let's see if that's what they do here. Double teams is what they like.
Third and inches, and Peterson is able to angle his shoulders and pick up the first down as he gets to the 24-yard line.
There we go. Double teams. There you go, right there. And then Peterson gets a chance to just pick whichever hole he likes from there. Almost got caught from the backside that time, but well done. 3 runs and a first down. That's a first tonight.
There's Clinton Dix coming up to plug the hole, but a little too late on the 3rd and inches. Under 3 to play. From the 24. Bradford. Deep downfield off the play fake. Diggs, and he's able to come up with the ball at the 32-yard line. He is the go-to guy now, Stephon Diggs, with the gainer all the way to the 32. That's 44 yards, stretching out, reaching out, controlling it, keeping it off the ground. Big game.
We have a superstar emerging. This Stephon Diggs was good last year. He's better now. Great read by Sam Bradford. Saw Clinton Dix cheating over a bit and took advantage.
Hustles him up to the line, does Sam. Fake, steps up, feels the pressure, and gets hit as he throws, and that's incomplete. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 4 seconds inside of that. 1:56 to go in the half. 7-7 in Minnesota.
So, can I see you again?
I'm free on Black Forest Ham Day.
There's a Subway 350 sub of the day to help you remember life's important days.
We got married in June.
On Tuna Day.
Every day a different 350 6-inch sub. Every day of the week. Every sub contains no artificial flavors. At just $3.50, it's a great sub at a great price.
Her name is Terry.
She was born on Sweet
Onion Chicken Teriyaki Day.
The 350 sub of the day. Every day of the week at Subway.
And now this performance moment brought to you by Bridgestone. Earlier today against the Lions, Titans quarterback Marcus Mariota found receiver Andre Johnson for a go-ahead touchdown with less than 2 minutes to play. Then cornerback Parrish Cox sealed the win with a critical interception, a crucial performance at just the right moment. Bridgestone engineers tires that perform best when it matters most and salutes NFL players who do the same. Bridgestone, official tire of the NFL.
Your Can's thinking playoffs. Your Can's thinking division.
Nobody catches ball.
Your Can's thinking Houston.
Don't jinx it.
Your Can is Houston.
On September 23rd, what's the most unexpected comedy of the year?
Tell me. Come on!
Storks.
Storks!
Okay, you're very prepared for that question.
We're gonna eat you!
I am in love. I'm in love too. I agree. Storks, rated PG.
Trust your instincts. The new 2017 Ford Fusion. The beauty of a well-made choice.
What Chicago Med embodies is more than the spirit of a city.
Just be there for your daughter.
The power of human kindness is all around us. We just gotta remember where to look.
Chicago Med premieres Thursday night, 8 Central on NBC.
So the halftime approaching. That Bronco defense, stellar again, beat the Colts. They're 2-0. How about Dak Prescott, the rookie? We're going to see him next week. Dallas against Chicago on Sunday night. Mike Tirico is here looking ahead to the Texans and the Patriots, which is the Thursday night game. 2nd down and 10 for Minnesota from the 32-yard line. Pressure comes. Bradford gets it to the 26-yard line. And it's Charles Johnson making his first catch. The Vikings have 167 total yards tonight. And the Green Bay Packers have 56.
Well, the Vikings are in this game because of Sam Bradford and Stephon Diggs. Those two guys have just dominated this first half offensively, and there really hasn't been a whole lot of other offense.
And the defense has done its work. And the bad play was the 40-yard pass interference. As Bradford throws, it's caught by Rudolph, and Rudolph gets slung down a little short of the first down by Micah Hyde. So now you got 4th and less than a yard. And you know what the crowd wants Zimmer to do.
At the very least, you'd get them to try to jump off sides.
Well, they started to send Walsh out. Crowd didn't like that. Now they keep the offense back in. 4th and a short 1. Peterson back in. You got Zach Line in as the fullback. And then Rudolph can provide leverage out of the slot on the right side. And they try to draw him off.
Delay of game.
They don't.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Well, the crowd doesn't like that to begin with, and that's going to make it just a little tougher for Mr. Walsh.
But I tell you what it did do is it ran time off the clock, so it didn't give Green Bay a chance to stop it. I'm sure they didn't want to do it and try and help them score. So that had to be part of the strategy. Either that or Blair Walsh, who's much better with long kicks than short kicks.
Yeah, well, he missed the 27-yarder in the playoff game against Seattle. Not that he needs to be reminded of that.
He needs to make this kick.
Yeah, this is 46 yards.
This is much more in his wheelhouse.
Holder is Jeff Locke. And Blair Walsh is able to bang it through. So he gives Minnesota its first lead ever in their new Dix. 10-7.
I'm Ann Howard.
And Michael Howard.
We left on our honeymoon in January 2012. It actually evolved into a business.
From our blog to video editing.
Our technology has to hang tough with us.
When you're going to a place without electricity, you need a long battery life. The touch combined with the screen resolution.
A Mac doesn't have that. We wanted to help more people get out there and see the world. Once you take that leap, that's where the magic happens.
With NFL Game Pass, we can replay every game this season, including the playoffs and the Super Bowl. You can start a free trial at NFL.com/Game Pass. Wheaties box. Now, how in the world?
There we go.
Does somebody who never had a vegetable wind up on a Wheaties box? But
how does someone who's never been a champion end up on the Wheaties box?
Except for Michelle. There's your
Michelle's a champion.
Right.
There's no question. She got
folks.
to go to a football game and a soccer match on Saturday. She was fired up.
Pretty good. It's 25 cents a mile for expenses driving from home. 27 seconds remaining. Green Bay is going to get the ball to start the second half, and they'll get the ball here in the waning seconds of the first half. Send this one through the end zone. Sunday Night Football being brought to you by Bud Light. Beer with your team on it. By Samsung Pay. Turn your phone into your wallet. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. And by the 2017 Kia Sorento. Learn more at kia.com. Closest club seats to the field in the NFL, just 41 feet. Less than 14 yards from the sideline. Right on top of the action. He really did a great job here.
It's going to be fabulous for the Super Bowl, won't it?
Oh, yes.
Tremendous.
So Rodgers will line up in the gun. Starks is with him. Rodgers rolling, and you know what he can do when he throws a Hail Mary. Anything can happen. You get all kinds of action going on. And a flag is thrown as Devontae Adams in a wrestling match comes back and is able to make the catch. And who's the penalty going to be called on?
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers took a shot at the end of that one. It's a good play. Devontae Adams just going to take a shot. Why not here? But he clearly interfered.
It's going to be against Green Bay.
Pass interference, number 17, offense. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
It's on Adams. That's how he got position. Because anytime Rodgers puts up a Hail Mary, you don't know what can happen.
We pay attention.
Oh, yeah.
Clearly offensive pass interference. Now watch the shot here. Griffin's going to put on Aaron Rodgers. So you want to play some games at the end of the first half and take a shot. I would too, but at what price?
That is the first penalty against Green Bay tonight. There have been 6 against Minnesota, which was the least penalized team last season. 1st and 20. And Rodgers, does he get him to offside, or is it a false start?
Aaron's so mad they didn't snap the ball. He wanted that free play.
Neutral zone infraction, number 96, defense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Brian Robinson.
That was the whole reason for the hard count. Try and get this and then throw up the Hail Mary. Oh, look at him. He's so mad at J.C. Treader. Snap the ball. What are you doing? Come on.
Yeah, he's dined out on drawing the defense offside and cashing in through his career. From the 20, 18 seconds left. That's Cobb. And Cobb will get knocked down to the 29-yard line, stays in bounds. And they will just let it run out as Rodgers heads for the locker room. So the first half at the brand new stadium in the books. Minnesota leading by a score of 10-7. So to halftime next after these messages from your NBC station.
Tomorrow, 2 music superstars are taking The Voice by storm.
We're here to make people happy and make people smile.
You were born to show people what love sounds like. You are a total star. You show the world that a voice can heal it.
No matter who you are, what you look like, never let anyone change you.
You and me are meant to be together.
Then, critics forking love The Good Place.
You are dead.
Cool.
Ted Danson and Kristen Bell in the best new comedy of the fall.
Somebody royally forked up.
You can't curse here.
That's bullshit.
The Good Place special 1-hour premiere after the premiere of The Voice tomorrow at 8/7 Central on NBC.
Breaking news right now on Sunrise.
In the morning, you want what's happening right now.
Lightning headed your way.
Shooting in New Albany this morning.
Updated right now.
Following breaking news
Just south of the Shelby Park.
The road conditions that affect your drive
a head-on collision with a truck.
right now.
The alert about surface water being a problem now.
In the mornings,
Collapses overnight in Germantown.
you want to feel smarter and save time.
Right through the Louisville area.
Expect more right now
6:44, let's get right back to the big story.
from Wave 3 News Sunrise.
It's time to test your power, your strength, your crave. Introducing the new Ultra Spicy X Menu at White Castle. All topped with the astonishing heat of ghost pepper cheese. Go to the extreme with crispy onion chips and chipotle mayo. Or spicy chorizo sausage and a fresh egg between 2 Belgian waffles. How brave is your crave? Look for X-Men Apocalypse available now.
The 2016 Nissan Altima. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. With forward emergency braking that could stop for you. Take on sudden stops in Nissan Sentra, Altima, and Maxima with intelligent safety shield technologies. Get to your local Nissan store today for a low $189 per month lease on Altima, or lease Sentra just $149 per month.
Next on the Agents of Play, the AOP takes a walk on the wild side. When it comes to fun, they're always on their toes, and you can be too. Put a little play in your day with scratch-offs from the Kentucky Lottery.
We're kicking off Empire Week with the one and only Taraji P. Henson. And Scream Queen's Emma Roberts is here. Then I step in to give a Chicago mom a break. You won't believe how this story ends. Next, Paris.
Weekdays at 2 on Wave 3 News.
Meteorologist Brian Good on Wave 3 News Sunrise.
You here to buy the tickets? Why aren't we doing this on NFL Tickets Exchange? Pull out your cell phone. Do you realize how easy it is? Your phone's not easy, but let me... NFL Ticket Exchange guarantees authentic tickets 100% of the time.
Welcome to the Toyota Halftime. Let's go places.
The regular season opener at U.S. Bank Stadium. The Packers limited to 65 yards of offense. The Vikings score the last 10 of the half and lead by 3 as we send it to the studio and Dan Patrick.
All right, Mike, thank you. With Rodney and Tony, how would you sum up the first half, Coach?
Well, I'd look at Minnesota on offense, and it's just about what we thought. Adrian Peterson, Green Bay's clamped down on him, but that's given Sam Bradford some opportunities to hit those deep shots, and he's hit them.
Well, I really thought the difference was the defense, and we talked about it in the pregame show, rushing 5 guys, making sure that you kept a spy on Aaron Rodgers, and not giving him that ability to extend plays. I think they did a great job with that.
Now, just 9 carries for 12 yards for Adrian Peterson might open up in the second half with Bradford 16 to 23, 175 yards and that 1 touchdown. Time now for the pick 6 plays we think you'll be talking about tomorrow. We start with Jimmy Garoppolo and the Patriots against Miami. He was great first 3 possessions, 3 touchdown passes. Here's the third one. But later, Garoppolo hit hard by Kiko Alonso, left with a shoulder injury, didn't return. More on that in a moment.
And Dan, there's no panic in New England. They have 2 home games before Tom Brady gets back. Belichick expects to win these games.
They got a Thursday night game against Houston. Bengals, Steelers, Pittsburgh wins by 8 thanks to this toss from Ben to D'Angelo Williams.
But I thought the story was the Pittsburgh defense clamping down on A.J. Green, making Cincinnati go other places.
Speaking of defense, tough day for Andrew Luck. Picked off by Aqib Talib, takes it back.
And I have to agree with Von Miller. This is the best secondary in the league. But, Coach, for the life of me, we watch the game every week, and why won't they double-team Von Miller?
Andrew Luck would agree.
That's what he's asking right now.
Shane Ray picks it up, goes in, and Denver now 2-0, Colts 0-2. Seahawks struggled again offensively. 1 total touchdown through 2 weeks.
And the story is the same as last week, having trouble blocking that front 4. Russell Wilson was under duress all day. They couldn't get the running game going. It's Seattle's offensive line that has to step up.
Giants defense and special teams stepped up. Here's Janoris Jenkins taking the blocked field goal back. Giants win by 3.
Yeah, Dan, we know they can put points up on the board offensively, but if you want to get to the playoffs and win your division, you have to play well on special teams and defense.
Washington up by 3 on Dallas in the 4th. On the doorstep, but Kirk Cousins and a terrible throw here.
Yeah, bad throw, and Kirk Cousins wasn't sharp today, but it's way too early to panic in Washington.
Former Redskin Alfred Morris with the game-winning score. Mike Florio from Pro Football Talk earlier tonight said dissension in the locker room about Kirk Cousins with his teammates.
Get him to watch the tape, find out what's going on, if he's unsure, what the indecision might be, why he's missing some throws. But, you know, it's a tough game. He's got people around his feet. He's got to make some tough throws, and usually ones he would normally hit, but he missed a few today.
All right, we're 2 weeks into the season. All of a sudden, there's some unrest in that locker room?
I think it's absolutely ridiculous. After 2 weeks, you're starting to panic. And this is not the time, Coach. We've been in those type of locker rooms to point fingers. This is when you rally together, you see your true leadership, and it starts with your head coach. No need to point your quarterback out in the public eye.
Yeah, and players, get behind your quarterback. Hey, Kirk's going to be okay. We've got to do our part. Now, on the other side of that game, Dak Prescott, the Dallas Cowboys have to be happy getting that type of performance, that type of poise from their rookie quarterback.
You know, the thing that really impressed me about him is it's no longer just Jason Witten, you know, and Dez Bryant, but you look at the relationship or the chemistry that he has with Cole Beasley, and he's really been their best receiver the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, we got Dallas and Chicago next Sunday night here on NBC. How do you explain Seattle? The defense has been great for the first 2 weeks, but that offense?
Well, it's the offensive line, Coach, and we sit there, we watch the game, and we talk about that offensive line. And when you don't have confidence in your offensive line, then your quarterback runs around, then they start panicking, they're throwing the ball all over the field. I think they have to get back to the fundamentals, try to run the ball, establish the run, and remain patient.
They do, but I think it goes back to last year and trading their veteran center, Max Unger, getting another weapon in Jimmy Graham. It helped to get more weapons, but that offensive line hasn't been settled ever since.
Coming up next, Mike Tirico on the Patriots' next challenge. But first, Toyota shows us this week that when it comes to sports fans, whatever happens is all forgiven as long as you're rooting for the same team.
Sweet spread, man. If Carl wins today, I'm going to do a backflip. Maybe when you're dreaming. Guys, I'm telling you, I can do a backflip. Oh, really? Dude, only thing you can flip is a burger. It's easy. I've seen Carl do it a million times. Well, that's neighborly. Enough. You're good, man. That is a banner. Just, hand me one of the wings. Nice. One, yeah, that's good.
Toyota. Let's go places.
All right, dude, you got this.
You gotta stick the landing.
Hey, man, you want a wing?
I'm good.
Back in Minnesota, where the Vikings lead the Packers 10-7 on this opening night here at U.S. Bank Stadium. As they celebrate the life of Prince in the background, we'll talk to you about Thursday night when Week 3 of the NFL season will begin in New England, with the Patriots hosting the Texans and Bill Belichick matching up against his former assistant, Bill O'Brien. Both coaches' teams are 2-0, but the Pats' win over Miami today came with a cost. In the second quarter, Jimmy Garoppolo, who continued his good play subbing for the suspended Tom Brady, took a big hit from Dolphins linebacker Kiko Alonso, as Dan showed you, landing hard on that right throwing shoulder. Garoppolo was done for the day, and there are multiple reports that he has an AC joint injury. That leaves rookie Jacoby Brissett, a third-round pick out of NC State, as the potential starter against the Texans and J.J. Watt. The two-time reigning Defensive Player of the Year had a sack and a half, plus recovered a fumble today against the Chiefs, as Houston beat the team that embarrassed them 30-0 in last year's playoffs. So Houston heads to New England, where Bill Belichick may very well be preparing yet another quarterback to make his first NFL start, replacing Tom Brady on Thursday night. Now, tomorrow morning on the Today Show, an exclusive interview with Amal Clooney, talking about her most challenging case yet, finding justice for women in the most dangerous parts of the world. That's tomorrow on Today. Al and Chris back with the second half. It's Packer ball. They're down 3.
This has been the Toyota Halftime. Let's go places.
Attention shoppers.
Attention! The funniest comedy on TV is moving to Thursdays.
Please get first. That's my new car!
Superstore reopens this Thursday on NBC.
Shouldn't you have a checking account that makes your life easier? Introducing Easy Checking from Republic Bank. Relax with no minimum balance or monthly maintenance fee. Remembering your password is as easy as scanning your fingerprint or eye using iPrint ID. And every Easy Checking account comes with a chip-enabled MasterCard debit card for easy access to your money at over 85,000 surcharge-free ATMs worldwide. Easy Checking for your hard-earned money. We're Republic Bank, and it's just easier here.
I'm a businessman. I've built factories in Kentucky for some of the biggest companies in the world. I've seen enough of these trade agreements to know they help big business more than American workers.
That's right.
I believe in fair trade, not bad trade. We need to level the playing field. Stop giving tax breaks to companies that send jobs overseas. You know, Kentucky needs a senator who will stand up for workers, not big corporations.
That's right.
I'm Jim Gray, and I approve this message to change Washington.
36 hours ago, you were Jeff and Susan. Now, you're Mom and Dad. But you've got this. You read the baby manuals, you baby-proofed the house, bought yourself a safe SUV. You're totally ready for this. Right? The Mazda CX-5.
Sports director Kent Taylor, weeknights on Wave 3 News.
Hey, Lacey.
Oh my God.
How's it going?
Hi.
Here.
About a few of my guys here.
We're the Lambeau Field Turf Crew.
You're gonna come take care of your little feet.
Sounds good.
So how's work going, Eddie? That's starting to pick up. I can't believe you guys live this close to the stadium and I've never been here before.
We're happy to have you here. Anytime.
I'm gonna have to come over more often.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
Tomorrow, Fallon catches presidential nominee Hillary Clinton fever. Plus Terry Crews, Ariana Grande, and Ooh with Miley Cyrus. New Fallon.
There's a moment in every game that changes everything.
Seahawks have found a way to win.
NFL Turning Point, presented by Bose, Wednesdays on NBCSN. Tonight's first half highlights are brought to you by Chevrolet.
Stand up and cheer, stomp your feet, stop clapping. NBC Sunday night about to happen.
What a buzz as U.S. Bank Stadium opens its doors to its first game. Rodgers rolling, looking, throwing, touchdown, Jordy Nelson.
Everybody's thinking run, so why not?
Bradford to the end zone, Rudolph, touchdown Vikings.
Chevrolet, the most awarded car company 2 years in a row.
Halftime score as you look down upon U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis is 10-7 Vikings. Meanwhile, Green Bay was 65 total yards in the first half. They are averaging 2.7 yards per play. Second fewest yards in a Rodgers start. Bradford's been very efficient, 16 of 23 for 175, and that touchdown to Rudolph. Nelson and Diggs, their numbers. Jordy with 3 catches and a touchdown, and Diggs with 5. And Adrian Peterson limited again through 6 quarters this season. 9 carries, 12 yards. We go to Michelle.
Well, Mike Zimmer told me at halftime that Sam Bradford has a bruised left hand. They want to incorporate some more max protection stuff to help him out a little bit. Zimmer said it would also help if Bradford could get rid of the ball a little bit quicker, and it would help if they were running more effectively. The Packers will open up with the ball here in the second half. Mike McCarthy told me they've got to be better on third down. They were just 1 of 5 on third down in the first half, Al.
All right, thank you, Michelle. And against 65 total yards, 19 rushing and 46 passing.
But what Bradford has done in the first half of this game has been remarkable. To come in here in 2 weeks' time and be able to come out against the Green Bay Packers and all the pressure opening this stadium, he has really been brilliant in the first half of this game.
Cool customer. We've been covering him for years. He signed that $50 million contract, which was gigantic in 2010 when he was the #1 draft choice. And, you know, guys buy houses and for their mothers and cars and the whole thing. They said to Sam, what's the major purchase for that $50 million? He said a ping pong table. But it was a good ping pong table. The 3-yard line. Here's Ty Montgomery taking it back up to the 25-yard line.
Well, let's go back and look at some of the key matchups here in the first half. Terrence Newman against Devontae Adams, and this was the big play. This was the offense, really, for the Green Bay Packers. A pass interference call, and then they get him again with Jordy Nelson on the outside. The hold there. Just a bit over anxious, but Trey Waynes, the young second-year player, I think has been sensational. He is about a 4.3 runner, and his speed is showing up. Even when he's been getting beat occasionally, he has the speed to catch up, and they have not felt the pain yet of losing Xavier Rhodes.
Right, Rhodes. Listen, both games this season is Eddie Lacy takes it up to the 32-yard line. Packers try to get some sort of a running game going. Lacy was 6 for 16 in the half. Gain of 9 here. 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, and we've seen Lacy do some nice things on opening day. He had a great move against Jacksonville, playing down there in that heat. But so far tonight, that's been about as good as it's been.
Pick up the pace here. Come to the line without a huddle. 2nd and 1. Rodgers surveying. And a toss to Lacy. Flag is down. He'll pick up a first down for the moment. Walt Anderson gives us the call.
Holding number 82. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Tight end Richard Rodgers.
That was a defensive call that drew that. Watch this. You're going to see the safety go back here and the safety come up here. And I think it surprised Rodgers. So he jumps out and ends up grabbing him, Sendejo, and getting the holding penalty. So just an opportunity there. Mike Zimmer changing that defensive look, I think, surprised Rodgers, and there's the hold.
Green Bay went almost the entire half without a penalty, got one in the waning seconds, and that picked up a big one here, turning a first down into a second down and 11. Short drop, and then the pass is incomplete. Jordy Nelson right there, and Trey Waynes blanketing him to make it third down and 11.
They're just not on the same page yet. Jordy Nelson here did not anticipate this back shoulder throw. He should have. Trey Waynes was on the front shoulder, and they just did not figure it out. That's something they did in their sleep in 2014. That combination, those two guys, was the most prolific combination from 2010 to 2015, even though he didn't play.
Crowd roaring on the 3rd and 11, and Rodgers fires, and that's Cook. And Cook, for the moment, seemed to have the first down. Then he comes back a little bit. Where do they give him forward progress? A little short. Harrison Smith, the tight end Cook, they picked him up from St. Louis. He played with the Rams and the Titans. Looked like he had the first and then came back about a half a yard, and that cost him.
Al, a great call. All he had to do is catch this ball and go that way, and he had the first down. Instead, he tried to loop back underneath and gave it up. It was a good call by the officials because he willingly gave up that yard.
Jacob Shum. High boot. Fair caught, 24-yard line marker. Sherrills 2 minutes into the second half. 10-7 Vikings, and they have the ball.
You're taking an enormous risk speaking with us, so thank you.
Of course.
What was the key to toppling this notorious crime ring?
By keeping my identity a secret, I was able to witness the atrocities firsthand. I've been undercover for 5 years. Anonymity is critical to my survival.
Want to get away? Now you can with Southwest fares as low as $59 one way. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
There's just a mass amount of data in this business. Trey Brown, Director of College Scouting. You know, you got to have a powerful laptop. We're trying to find the prospects that are going to make us better. You look at the athleticism, the speed, the explosiveness. The Surface Pro allows us to be everywhere. We're on the field, in the classroom. It's fast, it's powerful. I can write right on the screen. I couldn't do that on a Mac. At the end of the day, we're trying to find the players that are going to give us the opportunity to win championships.
The BMW i8's award-winning dual-engine technology, now available in BMW's most iconic models. Introducing the more efficient, more dynamic BMW iPerformance lineup, featuring the X5 plug-in hybrid with up to 540 miles per tank and the breathtaking acceleration of eBoost technology. We only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine. Lease a BMW X5 xDrive 40e for as low as $539 a month.
For Sam Bradford, the protection has been shaky at best as you look at those numbers. The running game non-existent, and yet on just 2 weeks' notice, Sam Bradford has taken over the football game. Beautiful touch pass here to get that drive started. Again, where only Kyle Rudolph could come up with it. He took a hit. He has a bruised left hand because of Clay Matthews. Went in for x-rays, came back out, and started doing more of this to Stephon Diggs, who also had a huge first half. Sam Bradford has been superior so far tonight.
From the 23, nice clean pocket. Here's Diggs again, slips a tackle, flag is thrown.
Mike Daniels didn't like it, so it must be roughing the passer.
And Daniels came in and hit Bradford after he released.
Oh, helmet to helmet for sure.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 76, defense. High contact to the quarterback's head, 15-yard penalty, down.
Brandon Fusco simply cannot handle Mike Daniels. Bull rush, then throws him aside, and then watch the helmet-to-helmet contact right there, no question. Tell you one thing they'll appreciate more than anything about what Sam Bradford has done here tonight is his toughness. Kind of a quiet guy. He's not going to lead in a vocal way, but he is displaying Viking toughness tonight.
From the 49-yard line, Peterson runs into his own man and there's nowhere to go. Ryan makes the tackle, ran into Fusco, and we go to Michelle.
Al, Packers nose tackle LaTroy Guyan is out with a left knee injury he suffered in the first half. They gave him a quick exam, quickly put an ice pack on it. He has not returned since. He is out, Al.
All right, thank you, Michelle. That means Kenny Clark, who's the #1 draft choice out of UCLA, the 6'3", 315-pound rookie. There he is, 97.
Yep, no B.J. Raji. Mike Pennell suspended. So it falls to the rookie now.
Yeah, B.J. retired. The age of 29. Pressure on Bradford, but he gets it away again, and Charles Johnson makes his second grab of the night, and the ball is into Packer territory. Gunter makes the tackle.
I'll tell you, Sam Bradford acts like he's been in this offense forever. They bring all the pressure in the world right up here, and he just sort of says, okay, go ahead and do that, and I'm going to throw it right behind you. Bring up a 3rd down and short, and this is what this team is built for here. This is where they need to be converting these 3rd down and shorts.
Monday here, Monday. Ball at the 46-yard line. Bradford, and this time under pressure, and down he goes sooner or later. 52 is going to get a sack, and Clay Matthews comes in to deck him.
Well, they're going to try and get it to Stephon Diggs on the outside, a little pick from Johnson, but when that wasn't there, they had it covered up. It was too late because then it was Clay Matthews finishing the deal.
69.5 sacks for Clay Matthews in his career. Just moved by Reggie White, because he's spent a lot of years elsewhere. Pack the record book ahead of the great one. To the 13-yard line, Micah Hyde makes the fair catch. 10-7, Minnesota.
Upgrade season's here. I got my new iPhone 7 from Sprint. $0.
Sprint? I'm hearing good things about the network.
All the networks are great now. We're talking within a 1% difference in reliability of each other. And Sprint saves you 50% on most current national carrier rates. And if you got 1% more haircut than me today, would you really pay twice as much?
No, I wouldn't.
Copy that.
Switch to Sprint. Get the iPhone 7 for $0 with eligible trade-in. Plus, save 50% off most current national carrier rates.
Remember when everything you did was for the fun of doing it? BMW sports activity vehicles are the perfect combination of ample space, dynamic power, and sleek design. There truly is an X perfect for every adventure, so you can go wherever the fun takes you. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
There's a new jewel in the upper Midwest, U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where tonight the Minnesota Vikings are getting set to take on the Green Bay Packers on Sunday Night Football.
Oh, Sunday night.
The beauty on Sunday Night Football.
Oh, Sunday night.
And here we go.
Stand up and cheer, stomp your feet, stop clapping. NBC